Hey, what up guys? Welcome back to another video. And in today's MMA breakdown podcast, we're talking about UFC Fight Night 75, Josh Barnett versus Roy Nelson. And I'm going to start from the Uriah Hall fight versus Gegard Mousasi. And we're going to start with this fight because of two reasons. Gegard Mousasi was on the ground with Uriah Hall. And Uriah Hall really impressed me with his ground game, actually getting out of submissions, defending his back very well. And Uriah Hall, for me, is not known for a jiu-jitsu guy. He's more of a karate stand-up fighter. And he basically, I would say, lost his first round by getting taken to the ground, getting submissions thrown at him. But he defended it very well. Then when you go to the main event, which everybody was talking about, you had Josh Barnett versus Big Country Roy Nelson. And these dudes are known for throwing down. And Big Country is known for the overhand right. But in this fight, he wasn't doing the overhand right. He was doing more takedowns, more wrestling, more trying to go for submissions. And a lot of people are asking, well, why didn't Josh Barnett go for submissions off his back, for triangles, for arm bars? He's a catch wrestler. They're mostly submissions are from the top when they're in mount, not when they're having somebody on top of them. But I was pleasantly surprised this fight went 5 rounds. I could have seen this fight went either way. To be honest with you, I could have seen it if Roy Nelson would have won. I could see why they gave it to Roy Nelson. If Josh Barnett won, I could see why they gave it to Barnett. Barnett was basically winning when it was in the clinch. He was just boxing them up and landing a lot of elbows and punches. And when it was taken down, that's when Roy Nelson was doing a lot of the damage on the ground. Roy Nelson did land a couple of head kicks, which I think this is the Roy Nelson that we should be seeing, that should be thrown down, should be throwing all aspects of the game, because everybody said he was a great jiu-jitsu guy. I never seen him go for takedowns and go for submissions, but apparently this is what he had to do to almost win the fight. It was one of those fights that was one of the best heavyweight fights I've ever seen in my life. And the cool thing about Japan is the crowd is very, very silent. So you hear the heavy breathing of the fighters. You hear the fighters throwing punches. You see them, you can hear them landing kicks. It just sounds like when they're fighting here, like. But I think overall this fight card was pretty good. Like I said, the only 2 fights I really cared about was the Uriah Hall fight, where he won by a spinning back kick to the face. And the reason why he threw it, he says he knows a lot of fighters know he's going to throw it, but they flinch because they're not sure where he's coming from with his shots. But he did throw a spinning back kick, which normally would have landed to the stomach, but landed in the face because Gegard Mousasi looked like he was coming in for a takedown. And then what Uriah Hall did was run over there, throw a flying knee, and landed a bunch of shots on the ground and won the fight. Uriah Hall impressed me in this fight. Like I said, I've never really watched a lot of his fights, and the fights that I have watched, he didn't really show a lot. But I could see Uriah Hall making a run for a title, especially beating someone like Gegard Mousasi, which Mousasi is one of those dudes that are ranked really high in the 185-pound division. So, as always, guys, remember to rate. Even if you hate, comment, subscribe. And I'll put a link in the description box if you guys want to see the Roy Nelson fight. It was a barn burner, man. Like, you would think these guys would have went 1 or 2 rounds tops, but they went all 5 rounds swinging for the fences, back and forth. It just made for an exciting fight. Like, these 2 dudes are one of those dudes that are never going to quit. They're always going to throw down, and that's what people want to see. People don't care about title fights. People want to see fighters fight. People want to see back and forth fights. They don't want to see a one-sided ass whooping or one guy play for points. At least I don't. don't want to see somebody running around winning for points. That's why when you see Frank Yeager fights, he mostly goes for the points and doesn't go for the devastating finish. But my respect goes out to Roy Nelson for stepping up his game and doing more than just a one-trick pony type fight. So, as always, like I said, I'm Trevor, and I'll definitely talk to you guys in another video. Remember to go to the MMA Underground Facebook page where you guys can see more news, more articles, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Alright, peace.